Kentucky Changers is
amazing,
exciting,
powerful,
inspiring. Love, because you can come here, you can celebrate God, and like you get to show your love and passion to not only your homeowners but like everyone else around you.
a place where you can like give back to community, whether it be your hometown community or someone else's like far away from yours.
Program where you help people and you serve God at the same time.
Really a chance to show people you're not just living for yourself, you're living for things much more important than you.
Great time to see those in the older generation work with the younger generation to try to do what they can do to share the love of Jesus with people.
My favorite part about Kentucky Changers was seeing different ways to worship and then seeing how our crew got together so fast and just bonded like a family.
I think it's neat to see kids who are willing to work and learn new things and help others in need.
My favorite part about Kentucky Changers was the fact that I got to meet so many different people and that I got to help, and just seeing how happy my homeowner was and is, that just makes me really happy. And just all the worship that goes on and everyone just seems on the same page. I love that.
Probably just hanging out with the people from our church, learning more about them.
I think my favorite part about Kentucky Changers would have to be just like the worship time was really great. And I also really enjoyed just spending time with my groups.
My favorite part was probably we had a kind of like a youth-led worship, and there was this one girl who sang this song called Reckless Love, and I have it stuck in my head, but it really got me thinking about like my brother and stuff like that.
My favorite part was on Thursday morning. We were already working. It was about 10:30, and the homeowner came out and prayed for us. She just came out for no reason and thanked us for all the things we did and prayed for us.
The one thing that impacted me most about our week is just our own youth from Baghdad Baptist Church, our own students who went out each and every day and worked, have an opportunity to share with people the love of Jesus, just the joy that they done it with, and the excitement and and a smile on their face most of the time. And I think it's neat to see our young people do that.
Just seeing all the people turn away from their bad sins and the bad ways of life.
What impacted me the most was the fact that, this sounds weird, but so I barely got any sleep. But the fact that, every morning I could still wake up and be willing to work like all day and still be okay and still want to do it and still be happy and, just ready to go, like that impacted me because I knew God was there with me and I knew God was, just leading me through and, making sure that I was good to go.
Worship, this one kid used a whiteboard and did like one circle with us and like a whole bunch of black stuff, which was their sin, and then one lower that was us and like crosses and all that. And then on the last circle, it was him. Well, it was us and God, and that really like impacted me.
What impacted me the most this week was seeing kids that could be doing many other things, but instead they're serving and helping others.
How fast our crew came together to be friends, and how in the end no one was really scared to share their testimony or to do a devotion or anything.
What impacted me the most at Kentucky Changers was the people that I met, because the people on my crew were all about the same age, and because of that we were all going through about the same things in the same stages of life, and it was really nice to talk to somebody who was going through the same thing as me, but is also a Christian, so they could give me a different perspective and I could give them a different perspective as well.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
At Kentucky Changers, if you ever need someone to talk to about anything, there's always someone right there for you.
Come to Kentucky Changers because you get to meet friends and they're cool. That's all.
Kentucky Changers is very fun. I think anybody who's going into 8th grade or above that should try to come and see how you like it. And that's it.
Listen up. So, me and Kendall this week were the medics. And I watch a lot of Grey's Anatomy, so I think my surgical skills are great. Well, our crew chief got this splinter in his hand, this piece of metal. But the thing is he got it in the day before, so the skin had grown back over top of the metal. So, it was hurting him really bad, so he decided to let me and Kendall take it out of him. Well, we got some tweezers, but we couldn't get the tweezers. We couldn't get it out because it was in the skin. So, we got a knife, and it wasn't a very clean knife. So we got some alcohol swabs and whacked it off, and we cleaned it up real good. And I really felt like a surgeon, although I would never be a surgeon. And I cut his hand a little bit where the metal was and pulled the skin back, you know, real cool like. And then I squeezed it and I got it out with the tweezers. And I looked at Kendall and I said, "Kendall, it's a great day to save lives."
One thing about Kentucky Changers that you need to go and experience it. Experience what takes place. Experience the time of everyone coming together to work on something, to achieve a goal, but also the opportunity to share the love of Jesus with people around Kentucky.
Is there anything else you would like to say?
I can't wait for next year. Okay.
Now?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm telling you, I can't do this. You gotta stop the camera.
Show how much fun we're having.
Yeah. I don't know how to start. You gotta help me. Because I tell you, I get really anxious
Okay,
when
listen,
I'm on
just
camera.
be like, just say, hey, or something, you know, just, hey, church family, I've been here at Kentucky Changers all week.
Say your name. You should be doing that.
You know, one thing I really loved about this week was seeing all the kids working and serving the Lord and getting to know, you know, and then be like, and then I've also this week met Miss Janice, and she's got some really cool things to say about Kentucky Changers, and then.
Okay, I'll try to breathe. All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, church family. See, I can't do this. You're gonna have to do it. I can't do it. I'm telling you,
You got
I
it.
can't do
You
it.
got it. Just deep breath.
Okay.
If not, I could just put this in there. I'll make a blooper reel.
No, please don't.
Okay.
Hey guys, we're here at Kentucky Changers, and it's been a great week, great weather. I've really enjoyed being with the youth this week and the girls in my group. We've had a lot of great testimonies, a lot of worship that has been great. Food's been great. Everything's been wonderful this week. But one thing that's been good is getting to spend time with the girls in our room and getting to know them. We have another group that's in our room, and it's Fisherville Baptist Church. And I have Miss Janice here with me, and she's going to tell a little bit about her experience with Kentucky Changers. She's been coming for how many years?
3 years. This is my third.
3 years, and she's going to kind of tell you her story of how she's gotten involved with Kentucky Changers.
Hi, Baghdad Baptist Church, and I was blessed enough to be paired with this church with my girls from Fisherville Baptist Church, and Mary Jo and I have bonded because we're in a room with my other friend, 3 adults and 7 teenagers on air mattresses in a classroom, a middle school classroom. So we got really tight, physically and spiritually. And this is my 3rd year. I was an elementary school teacher, and I always worked with younger children, and I was kind of coerced into that, even in the Awana group at my school. And I was asked by a man that is has been with Kentucky Changers for years, and he said, I told the youth pastor that I thought Janice would be a good person to go and work with teenagers. And I mean, my heart just started palpitating, and I thought, teenagers? I thought, teenagers I had never worked with, I thought, they're a different animal. And I said, no, I don't think so. And I was scheduled to go on a trip to Israel. And I would return on the Friday before I had to be there. And I thought, oh, I'd be way too tired. So that was my excuse. Well, the Lord had different plans because the Israel trip just didn't work out. Then I didn't have that excuse. And then I was thinking, they're just asking too much. I just have to say no. And friends were even saying, if it's not God's will, you wouldn't have that. Or if it were God's will, you wouldn't be so stressed. And I thought, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. And I just thought, God, you're asking too much of me. But he would not let go, and I finally gave in, and it had a peace immediately when I said, yes, I'll go. A peace immediately about I'm following God's will, but the anxiety was crazy. But from the moment I stepped into a high school that year, and we had a very noisy group of girls, very rude bunch of girls, and I thought, oh Lord, what have I got myself into? By the end of the week, I loved those wild girls. They were still wild, but I could see growth in them. And we went out on these projects with these teenagers, and they paid money to come to Kentucky Changers to be out in the hot sun on roofs, on building decks and working. We leave at 7 and leave the site about 3:30 to be back here at 4. Hardly any sleep, rush. We have worship and you have no time to breathe. And I fell in love with it. It was so much. I'm not the youngest of the adult workers, but if I can do it, you can do it. And I would just say, try it, come out, try it. These kids bless me so much, and our title is Encourager. It should be Receiver of Blessings, because I get far more from them. They encourage me.